And a good Sunday morning to you. I'm Meteorologist Ryan Hoke here with another edition of the Hokey video blog. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's weather. We got up to 67 degrees. Great weather for the St. Patrick's Parade out there in the Highlands. Saw a lot of folks wearing green on Bardstown Road and certainly shedding those jackets with the warmer temperatures in the afternoon. Those warmer temperatures are actually going to be somewhat of a help today as we see snow and sleet falling into tonight, and I'll explain that here in just a few seconds. Let's start you out with this morning first, get you through what we are seeing out there in terms of the Storm Tracker 3D radar. You're seeing some showers moving into Grayson, Hart, even Greene counties, and Adair County at this hour. These are going to be continuing to move northbound into the metro Louisville area as we move throughout the morning hours and eventually the early afternoon. A wider view, or I should say a closer view here, shows you where some of those showers are at this point. Nothing really heavy. Some of those darker greens are indicating where we do have some steadier rainfall, but nothing crazy. You have to go all the way south to Alabama and Mississippi and Louisiana to find the heavier storms. This is all associated with an area of low pressure that's spinning around Arkansas right now. You see the snow on the northwest side of it, kind of a convergent zone going on right here, where you see where those two components of wind coming together to help create some of that snow. And then we've got the severe weather down in southern portions of Alabama into Mississippi, even down into the New Orleans area. I've had some tornado warnings down there this morning, as well as severe thunderstorm warnings. We're not going to be seeing the severe weather component of this as we go throughout the day. In fact, we're going to be seeing the wintry weather component because we're under a winter weather advisory. That starts at 2 o'clock today, which I think is a pretty good start time given what we're seeing in terms of precipitation changeover into 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, I think we'll see the precipitation move out well before 8 o'clock, but this is certainly in place for that time frame, especially if we have any lingering snow showers. Here's how it shapes up on Futurecast. We're going to be seeing this area of low pressure continuing to move into parts of northeast Arkansas into west Tennessee as we head throughout the day. Eventually it continues to move through the Tennessee River Valley. We see snow here in metro Louisville through 9 o'clock or so. That's when I think temperatures will be falling below freezing. So we're going to stay above freezing as we go throughout the afternoon for the most part. And that means that any snow or sleet that does fall is not going to be accumulating. Thank goodness on that part. So I think we'll have about a 3-hour period, 3-hour window of some snow and sleet falling that could accumulate here in metro Louisville. We may have to fine-tune that, though, as I noticed some of the data this morning is running a little bit too cold, and it's a little warmer than forecast. So that might inhibit things just a little bit more and decrease those snow and sleet totals. Here's the bottom line on timing. Between 2 and 8 o'clock, sleet and snow is going to mix in. So you'll see a mix of things at times today. It may switch between rain, sleet, and snow at different times during the afternoon. Then as the cold air finally begins to take hold, say after 8 or 9 o'clock, that's when I think we'll switch over to just plain snow. And really here in metro Louisville, that will last till 11 or 12 at night. And for the rest of us, especially to the south and east of the city, that will last until about 2 o'clock in the morning. Maybe some residual snow showers until that time. As far as road impacts go, I know this is a very sensitive time frame because we're looking at the Monday morning commute here. I think the Monday morning commute will avoid any major problems at this time. The reason being is because the ground is so warm from that 67-degree high temperature yesterday. In fact, the pavement temperatures are still in the upper 40s at this hour, and that's going to take some time to knock those down below freezing as we head into tonight. We certainly will do so, but with the winds out there, they're going to be gusting up to maybe 20 miles per hour or so. That's going to help dry things up as we go throughout the evening, and that'll mean a lot less snow on the roadways as we go into tomorrow morning. In fact, the main road should be just fine. We'll be getting down to 26 for an overnight low, and that's not going to be an inhibitor for the salt that's going to be on the roadways. So that's good news there. You have to get below 20 to be kind of in that zone where salt doesn't work very well anymore. So we'll have that going for us. We'll have the winds going for us and the warm ground. And hopefully the snow will get out of here before the really cold temperatures filter in, give us even more time to help dry that out. So that's why I put the Monday morning commute at a yellow for a few slick spots. 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. is in the red, though, because we'll have snow falling, visibilities will be lower, and we could see some quick accumulations on the roadways before it tapers off, and then that'll melt somewhat thanks to that warm ground. So that's what we're looking at in terms of the road impact overnight. Let's show you some of the models. This is not my forecast, but this is the raw data we're looking at this morning. The RPM model finally getting into line with everything. Yesterday it was painting almost no snow and well to our south. It was out to lunch. This morning, that looks about right. About 1 to 2 inches basically from Louisville on to Shelbyville, Frankfort. Maybe Carrollton gets in on this too. Areas just south of the city may see an inch or two, but otherwise a widespread 1 inch amount of snow. And if we get more of that sleet in here, maybe some warmer air, we'll see less than that. The NAM model has really upped its totals on the 6Z run. I'm not trusting this at this point. What it had earlier, the 0Z run, was a little more logical, more of a 1 to 2, 1 to 3 inch range, and I think the 3 inches, that's not going to pan out. It's going to be a 1 to 2 inch amount, with the 2 inches being the isolated total that we see across the area. The GFS model, it still wants to take this a little further north than the RPM and the NAM model. It has been adamant about this. Could we see that? It's possible, but just given that sharp cutoff and the way the data has been trending lately, I'm hesitant to go that far north with the snow totals. I think with the amount that it has, it's not doing a terribly bad job, but I think the cutoff will be a little greater as we go off to our west. So Jasper, I don't think you guys will see 1.3 inches. Here's my forecast right now. Up to an inch, basically areas north of the river, and then E-Town and southbound from there. This is updated from what you may have seen earlier there on Wave 3 News Sunrise. I've adjusted totals based on some new data coming in. And then a 1 to 2 inch band, which I think will be fairly narrow, and this is going to blossom pretty much from Meade County on into Metro Louisville, Shelby County, Franklin County, even into Spencer County with Taylorsville, and down into Mount Washington and Bullitt County as well. This is not exact. This is an estimate. This is a forecast. And this could shift during the day. Brian Good's going to be in here this afternoon updating you on the latest on this. But as it stands right now, this does not look like a snowstorm, a winter storm, anything like that. This is just one of these little light snow events that we get every once in a while. And because it's March, we've got warmer air to work with. It's not going to be as impactful as past wintry events, even when we've had less snow involved because we've had cooler temperatures in the past. Now we've got warmer air to work with. So the snow, it's not going to be sticking around long, especially because high temperatures tomorrow will be in the mid-40s. By Tuesday, we're back into the lower 60s. This is a quick hit of some cooler air and some snow before it skedaddles out of here, and we have a fairly normal rest of the week with just a couple of rain chances thrown in, and otherwise temperatures in the 50s, even mid-60s by the time we head into your Friday. So the overall pattern is getting warmer. We are ascending, I should say, out of winter. Spring starts on Thursday. There's much to look forward to. We just got to get over this little pinprick here that we'll be seeing as we go throughout later today. Brian Good will be in here later on. He'll be updating you on the snow situation this evening on Wave 3 News at 6 and 11. We hope to see you then. For now, I'm meteorologist Ryan Hoke. Have a very pleasant Sunday.